Hello beauties! Today I'm going to share with you my eyebrow routine. Got them nice and on for you today. I tried really hard to make them as perfect as possible. I mean, I know if you do your eyebrows, you understand that your eyebrows are sisters, not twins. But as much as you want them to be, they won't. And you always have like one eyebrow that's a lot more easier than the other one. Like the eyebrow who went to Yale and eats kale and does yoga every Saturday, and then the eyebrow who dropped out of college and listens to Nickelback and just bums it on the couch every single day. So in this tutorial, I'm going to share with you the products that I use just about every day to perfect my eyebrows, as well as how I maintain them. So I maintain my eyebrows just about every day, just like a little maintenance, and then maybe once every 2 weeks or so, I'll actually go in, I'll like take a day, either at the end of the day, or I'll pick a day where I'm not gonna be wearing any makeup, and just spend a solid like hour just waxing and then maintaining them. So for my day-to-day maintenance, I use two things. Tweezers, of course. I absolutely hate tweezing my eyebrows. I think that tweezing is just torture. Absolute torture. Just, it like makes my eyes water, it makes me sneeze, it makes me want to barf. I hate tweezing, but it's necessary. Sometimes you just have to tweeze, you know? So I got these in an Ipsy bag, like, I don't know, a year ago, and I absolutely love them. They're from E-M-I-T-E makeup. And they are a really nice size. They're not little baby tweezers or anything. The actual tweezer part is very sharp. Like you could like stab something with this. And what I really appreciate is that the actual tweezer part becomes such a like pinch. You know what I mean? Like some tweezers, you tweeze, like you pinch it and there's a gap, like it doesn't actually tweeze like all the way, it doesn't pinch all the way. Does that make sense? Anyway, I appreciate that these actually pinch it. You can really get in there and precise and tweeze out whatever you gotta tweeze. And something else that I do on a daily basis is shave, which sounds really horrifying, and I had an experience in high school where I was shaving around my eyebrow and I accidentally shaved off a big chunk of it. Don't want to talk about it. But I use this Venus razor. I only use this razor for my face. I don't use this razor for any other part of my body. I keep it in my little brow drawer. And I find that it's really helpful for the in-between waxes to just, and I only use it on the upper part of my brow right here. If it is getting a little like too much and I'm in too much of a hurry to sit here and just like tweeze each little hair out, I'll just take this and just go shoop, and then it's gone. It's smooth, it's perfect. I mean, your eyebrows, it doesn't like it doesn't intensify the growth and or hair. Like when you shave your legs, like the more you shave your legs, the faster and more coarse your hair grows. It's not like that. I mean, your eyebrow hair, I think, just has like one speed and one hair type. But I just like doing this really quick for day-to-day maintenance if my brows are a little out of control and I don't have the time to sit here and tweeze my eyebrows, or I have somewhere to be and I don't want to wax them. So waxing. I've had two experiences in my life where I've gotten my eyebrows professionally waxed from a salon. Two different salons, two different times in my life. Both times horrible. Horrifying. I had a really bad reaction to it. I have really sensitive skin, especially on my face. And I told the lady like, hey, my face is really sensitive. Please use whatever you have to use that's for sensitive skin. She assured me that it was for sensitive skin. It was not. I broke out in this like heinous unibrow rash / hives. It was like bumps and it was awful. Awful. So I won't be doing that anymore. Then like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even before that, I discovered these Sally Hansen hair remover wax strips. Now you can use this for your face, for your bikini line, for whatever. I use it strictly for my eyebrows. Now in this kit, it comes with the soothing oil for afterwards, and 4 large strips, 12 medium strips, and 18 small strips. Now the size of the strip doesn't matter to me because I will take a strip. This has been like trimmed tremendously, and I'll take scissors and I'll just cut it in the size that I need, usually like tiny little strips. Then you just rub it between your fingers, warm it up, split it in half, and then you can use both sides of the strip because both sides of the strip will have wax on it. You just put it where you need to. Like I said, I usually use these for above the arch as well as underneath the arch. You just stick it on there, pat it on, and then you just rip it off like wax. So obviously it's wax. You're ripping your hair and your skin, so it's gonna hurt. I'm not gonna say that it like doesn't hurt at all. It does, but I don't have an allergic reaction to this like I did the times that I've gotten my eyebrows waxed professionally. My skin actually doesn't have any sort of effect at all to this. I do wax my eyebrows on days where I'm not planning on wearing makeup or at the end of the day because, I mean, you're waxing your face, so you will get redness and irritation. And I don't like to put makeup on top of redness and irritation like that. I just like to let my skin breathe so it can kind of calm down on its own. And I don't want to put makeup over like redness and irritation like that. So this is really affordable. I get mine at Target. I'm pretty sure I've seen it at Walmart too, but I always get mine at Target, and I think it is like $7. And this box will last you for a long time. I think it was about like 8 or 9 months ago that I bought this, and I still have like easily like a month's worth of eyebrow waxing strips in here. So, I mean, if you don't want to go through the fuss or having to pay for your brows to get waxed professionally, because I know that can be really expensive, check these out because these are amazing for me and they might be amazing for you too. Because then you can kind of just wax your eyebrows at your own leisure in your pajamas at home and then cry and not have to feel bad. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in. I mean, my eyebrows are already done, but I already filmed the brow tutorial part. I mean, we're going to go back in time and we're going to have you zoomed in so you can see how I do the brows. I'm going to be doing this brow for you on camera in depth. So stay tuned if you want to see how I fill in my eyebrows, what I use, techniques I use, and what products I use. So just stay tuned. So when I do my brows, I use 3 different brow products. I know that's a little excessive, but I take pride in my eyebrows. I went way too long through my life having bushy, out of control eyebrows. If I can find a picture, I will insert it right here. Okay, don't judge me in my really bushy eyebrows, okay? So what I do is I start with a pencil, then I do pomade, and then I do powder. So I was gonna do this eyebrow for you because this is my good brow. Everyone's got good brows and bad brows. This is my bad brow, but then I filmed the whole thing and then it wasn't in focus. So instead of me just rolling with it, because you can't watch a brow tutorial out of focus, right? Because that would just be pointless. So I'm going to attempt to do the bad brow with you, and hopefully I don't. Hopefully I can do it. We can do it together. We can pull it off. So first what I like to go in with is my NYX Microbrow pencil. This is an exact dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, which is an amazing product, by the way. I've gone through many different tubes of that, but since I've discovered this, this is the one that I get because it's like 10 bucks cheaper. It's like half the price. So I have this one in Taupe, and it is like a typical brow pencil where it has the spoolie on one end and then the product on the other, and it's retractable so you don't have to sharpen it, which is very nice. And I like to use the pencil more towards the front of the eyebrow. So as you can see, my eyebrows are a pretty decent shape. but there's definitely some bald spots. So that's the point of filling them in, is to fill in the bald spots. Like for this brow, I have a huge bald patch right here where just hair just has decided it's not gonna grow there anymore. And then on the underside right here, as well as on the arch and the tail. So that's kind of where we mainly focus our product. So I'm gonna take the Microbrow pencil and I'm lightly going to feather some strokes in the front. You're gonna use super light pressure and very small strokes. We're not gonna be like on our face or anything like that. We're just gonna do super light. So I normally go in this direction because that's the way that the hair grows. So I go in that direction, except for the front, like this front little section right here, I kind of go up and down. And to make sure that that's all blended and evenly distributed, I'm gonna take that spoolie and mainly brush the product up and then over. And I'm gonna go back in, add a pinch more, because like I said, I've got that little bald spot. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is draw a harder line, not like super tough or anything, but a harder line from here to the tail, underneath. So make sure that the hairs are all brushed up so I can see, when you have the hairs brushed up like this, you can see a guideline of where to draw that line. Like that. Then I'm gonna do the same thing on the top. I'm gonna brush my hairs down. And again, you can see like a faint outline of where the hair is or where you want that line to go. Like that. And you could totally just walk away from it right here because it's mostly filled in and you got the shape going and everything, but I don't. I keep going. So next I use a pomade. For the longest time, I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow in chocolate. Then I started dyeing my hair red, and then I bought this auburn color. So I saved this for when my hair is red, which it will be in a few weeks, so stay tuned for that. But I found a really awesome affordable option at the drugstore by Milani. It is called the Milani Stay Put Brow Color, and it is the same thing. And this is in the color Brunette. So, I mean, it's like half the price, so score. Now the Milani pot comes with its double-ended brush where it has the brush on the one side and then the spoolie on the other. Awesome, because the Anastasia Beverly Hills version, you have to buy the brush separate, which of course I own, because duh. But I have just recently discovered this little guy. It is by the brand Essence, and it is an eyeliner brush, and it is $2. And I mean, it doesn't have a separate spoolie, but obviously I'm good on the spoolie department. I have many different options if need be. So I just pick up the product with the brush, make sure it's got it on both sides. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to focus this from like here over. We're done with the front. We're not gonna add any more product to the front of the brow. We're just gonna go from like the pupil to the tail. So I like to add this underneath and make sure the underneath side is nice and covered. I really hope I'm not covering up anything with my hand. And I'm again using short strokes. If I were to just go ham and block out from like here over with just one solid color, it would look more like I painted on my eyebrows. but if you use short little strokes, it imitates brow hair and looks a little bit more natural. Obviously, nobody's eyebrows are this perfect, and if you do have brows this perfect, then I'm quite jealous of you. If the tail gets a little too fat for your liking, don't worry, we can fix that. Then once I have the pomade down where I want it to be, I'll go in with brow powder. Now, I live in Texas where it is super hot and you basically sweat your brows off no matter what kind of staying power your eyebrow products have. So I just like to go in and set it with powder just to be like extra, just to make sure my brows ain't going anywhere. I have found that this Jordana brow powder duo is really wonderful, and I've had this for a year and a half now, and I use it just about every day, but you would never guess that because once you buy brow powder, it'll last you like a bajillion years. So I'm just gonna go in with the lighter today, and I'm gonna use that same essence brush and just pick up some of that powder. And I'm gonna place this in the same spots where I put the pomade. So just kind of feathering that in, focusing that a lot on the tail. Go in with the spoolie and just brush through and make sure it's all gravy. Then what I'm gonna do is go in and run some clear brow gel through it. This is from E.l.f. It is a double-sided clear brow gel / clear mascara, which, I mean, like, I'm sure is the exact same thing. So this, I just will brush up in the front. And then brush through on the side. I'm not doing anything crazy. I think that running clear brow gel through your brows when you're done definitely helps soften them and make them look a little bit more on the natural side. When I actually put product in my eyebrows, I tend to not use tinted brow mascaras because then I feel like it's just too much. Yes, I do have a too much threshold when it comes to my eyebrows. Then what I'm gonna do is clean up my eyebrows. I love this E.l.f. This E.l.f. concealer brush. And then I have this Evelyn Iona concealer. I got this in an ipsy bag like 6 months ago. And I just use it strictly for my eyebrows. You could also go in with just your regular concealer and then take the wand out, take your concealer brush, and then pick up product like that. But since I have this concealer in a little pot, that's what I like to use. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pick up some product. And then what I'm gonna do is from the underside, I'm just going to lightly add the product. Like so. And this is where you can sharpen up the tail if you feel like your tail got too fat. And then drag it down like that. Now normally I like to do my eyebrows first. That way the concealer doesn't warp the, sorry, I'm like out of the shot. I like to do my eyebrows first, that way when I clean it up with concealer and stuff and then go on foundation, it doesn't like take away from the product that's on my face. But it's totally fine, you can do it last if you want. Now I'm gonna take this E.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. It's just like a fluffy concealer brush. And then I'm just going to lightly blend out the concealer. Like that. So that completes this brow tutorial today. I hope you enjoyed and learned something cool. I hope that maybe I showed you a different technique or introduced you to some new products that will help you do your brows tomorrow when you do them. As always, I'll list every single product mentioned and used in the description box below, along with some other little goodies for you to check out. And let me know in the comments down below what your favorite brow product is, because I'm always on the hunt. I mean, even though these products are amazing and I love them and they work wonders for me, there might always be something out there that's just as great or even more wonderful. So let me know in the comments below, what do you love for your eyebrows? Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me today, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye! So